So once again, good evening. So this time we talk about Republic Act number 8792, Electronic Commerce Act of 2000, provide comprehensive summary, of course, of the discussion. So the Republic Act number of 8792 or the Electronic Commerce of 9 Act of 2000 no, establishes the legal framework for electronic transactions and data messages in the Philippines, promoting the use of electronic commerce in government and business. So the law provides legal recognition for electronic documents, electronic signatures, and data messages, ensuring that they are treated as equivalent to their paper-based counterparts. So it covers various aspects of e-commerce, including electronic contracts, authentication processes, and digital certificates to facilitate secure and efficient online transactions. So the act also penalizes computer-related offenses such as hacking, identity theft, and unauthorized access to systems to enhance cybersecurity. It mandates government agencies to adopt and implement electronic system for processing transaction, fostering e-governance. So through enabling businesses to utilize digital platform and ensuring legal protection for online activities. RA 8792 aims to encourage innovation, improve operational efficiency, and position the Philippines as a competitive player in the global digital economy. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter.
Is about Electronic Commerce Act of 2000, Republic Act number 8792. So what is e-commerce? Short for electronic commerce, it is the buying and selling of goods or services over the internet. It includes any kind of business transaction where the transfer of information and funds happens online. So here is an example of an e-commerce business model. First is business to consumers. It is the process in which businesses sell products or services directly to individual consumers. This model covers various sectors including retail, online commerce, and services, focusing on direct interactions between companies and their end users. And the second one is business to business. It is a form of transaction between businesses such as a manufacturer and wholesaler, or a wholesaler and a retailer. Business to business refers to commerce that's conducted between companies rather than companies and individual consumers. Republic Act number 8792, also known as the Electronic Commerce Act of 2000. It is a Philippine law that provides the legal framework for e-commerce in the country. This act promotes electronic transactions and establishes guidelines for online business, data privacy, and the legal recognition of electronic documents. So here are some objectives of the Republic Act number 8792. It provides a secure legal framework and environment for electronic commerce. It protects the integrity of electronic documents and electronic signatures, as well as its transmission and communication, so as to build and ensure the trust and reliance of the public on electronic transactions. So here are some important features of Republic Act 8792. Legal recognition of electronic data messages and electronic documents, Section 6 to 13. It gives legal recognition of electronic data messages, electronic documents, and electronic signature. Formation and validity of electronic contracts, Section 16. It allows the formation of contracts in electronic form. Makes banking transactions done through ATM switching networks absolute once consummated. Choice of security method, Section 24. Parties are given the right to choose the type and level of security methods that suit their needs. Actions related to contracts of carriage of goods, Section 25, and transport documents, Section 26. Provides the mandate for the electronic implementation of transport documents to facilitate carriage of goods. This includes documents such as, but not limited to, multimodal, airport, road, rail, inland, waterway, courier, post receipts, transport documents issued by freight forwarders, marine or ocean bill of lading, non-negotiable seaway bill, charter bill of lading. Authority of the Department of Trade and Industry and Participating Entities, Section 29. Empowers the Department of Trade and Industry to supervise the development of e-commerce in the country. It can also come up with policies and regulations when needed to facilitate the growth of e-commerce. Extent of liability of a service provider, Section 30. Provided guidelines as to when a service provider can be liable. Lawful access, Section 31, and obligation of confidentiality, Section 32. Authorities and parties with the legal right can only gain access to electronic documents, electronic data messages, and electronic signatures. For confidentiality purposes, it shall not share or convey to any other person. Penalties, Section 33. Hacking or cracking refers to an unauthorized access including of computer viruses is punishable by a fine of 100,000 to maximum commensurating to the damage, with imprisonment from 6 months to 3 years. Piracy through the use of telecommunication networks, such as the Internet, that infringes intellectual property rights is punishable. The penalties are the same as hacking. Violation of the Consumer Act or Republic Act Number 7394 and other relevant or pertinent laws through transactions covered by or using electronic data messages or electronic documents shall be penalized with the same penalties as provided in those laws. So in conclusion, the Republic Act Number 8792, also known as the Electronic Commerce Act of 2000 in the Philippines, concludes with the acknowledgement of the significant role of electronic transactions and data messages in modern commerce. The law affirms the legitimacy and enforceability of electronic documents, promoting the use of digital technology in business and government processes. The Act enables a more efficient, transparent, and secure environment for electronic transactions, fostering the growth of e-commerce in the Philippines and aligning with global digital standards. It also mandates government agencies to accept e-signatures and digital documents, further integrating e-governance and e-commerce into the national legal framework. So that is the end of my presentation. Thank you and good night.
Okay, so thank you so much, no. Again, uh, in the early 2000s actually, as the world began to embrace the digital revolution, so the Philippines took a bold step to ensure it could keep up with the demands of the modern economy. So Republic Act 8792, also known as Electronic Commerce of 2000, became a pioneering piece of legislation that recognized the growing influence of technology in business, governance, and everyday life. No? At its core, RA 8792 provides the legal framework for electronic transactions, giving electronic documents and signatures the same weight and validity as their paper-based counterparts. So this landmark no law eliminated doubts about the legitimacy of online contracts and communication, paving the way for a more seamless transition to digital economy. One of the most significant contribution of RA 8792 is its role in fostering trust in e-commerce, no? Through ensuring that electronic data messages and transactions are legally binding, the law open opportunities no, for business to expand their operations online. Entrepreneurs, particularly small and medium enterprises or SMEs, found a new avenue to reach wider markets without being hindered by geographical limitations. So that also extend its influence to government operations, mandating agencies to adapt electronic system to their processes. From tax filings to business registration, the law encourages efficiency and accessibility by integrating technology into public service delivery. And this emphasis on e-governance reflects the Philippines' commitment to modernization or modernizing its bureaucratic system. The rise of digital technologies also brought challenges, particularly in cybersecurity. So RA 8792 addresses this concern by defining penalties for cybercrimes during that time, such as hacking, identity theft, and unauthorized access to computer system. But right now, meron na po tayong Cybercrime Prevention Act. Ano po? So, through enforcing stricter measures against digital malpractices, the law provides a secure environment for online transaction and data exchanges. More than just set of rules, RA 8792 kasi represent a vision for the Philippines digital future. It acknowledges the potential of technology to drive economic growth, no, improve the quality of life, and promote global competitiveness. Through empowering businesses, protecting consumers, and encouraging innovations, the law has laid the groundwork for a thriving digital ecosystem. Despite the progress of RA 8792 has enabled, challenges remain. No? Digital infrastructure, accessibility, and cybersecurity must continue to evolve to meet the demands of rapidly changing digital landscape. Moreover, raising awareness and understanding of e-commerce laws among businesses and consumers is critical for its full implementation. So that to sum up, no Republic Act number 872 stands as testament to the Philippines' foresight in adapting the digital age as we navigate the complexities of the 21st century economy. So this law remains a cornerstone of the country's effort to harness the power of technology. So through enabling trust and security in the digital realm, it empowers Filipinos to explore new opportunities, drive innovation, and build a future where a technology works everyone. Okay?